Hi, my name's Amelia. Welcome to my yoga class. This year marks the 25th anniversary for Stop Hate UK, and over the summer they are running a series of events to help raise money and to help raise awareness for the charity. You can help by donating by following the link on the screen. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute class together, which is going to be loosely based around the Ashtanga style of yoga. I will be offering variations for all the poses, so the class will be completely suitable for beginners and even the most advanced yogis. This is your practice. Push yourself as hard or as little as you need to. If you have any injuries, please be aware of them as we are moving through the poses. Nothing should hurt. If any of the poses are causing you pains, just gently come out of the pose and then rejoin us when you are ready. If you feel tired at any point during the class, come into a child's pose position, which I'll just show you quickly. Is we're just sitting back onto the heels, taking the forehead onto the mat, and you can have the arms out straight or have them behind you. And just stay there for as long as you need to until you are ready to join the class. So let's begin. So to begin the class, find a comfortable seated pose. We're going to have the palms facing upwards, just gently resting on the knees, making sure that we're sat nice and tall and just closing down the eyes. We'll just breathe in and out through the nose. Taking deep breaths, feeling the lungs fill with air with every inhale. And exhaling slowly, feeling the ribcage relax. In through the nose, out through the nose. And just do a few more breaths in your own time. Continuing to grow nice and tall through the spine, shoulders rolled back. Just centering ourselves and preparing ourselves mentally for our yoga practice today. We'll take a big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Okay, now slowly blinking open the eyes again. And then we're going to move into a tabletop position. So spreading the fingers and having the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are just hip width apart. Okay, and from here we're going to take an inhale. We're going to tip the tailbone, open the chest and taking the gaze up to the sky. Exhale, starting to curve under, taking the gaze to the belly button. Inhale, coming through, opening up. Exhale, under. Inhale through, really warming up the spine. Exhale, under. And just do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral position. Taking the left leg extended backwards. We're going to lift it off the ground, toes pointing towards the ground. We're going to take the right arm straight out in front. And on an inhale, we're going to bring the elbow and knee into the chest. And really squeeze. And exhale, push it back out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, back out. Inhale, in. Exhale, out. And holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. So now going on the other side. So extending the right leg and left arm comes out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, then holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and gently start to walk the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat. And here we're going to just come into a forward fold. Let the head hang heavy, bend the knees if you need to. And just have a gentle sway from side to side. And then coming back into the center, keeping the knees bent, we're slowly going to start to roll up to a standing position. Lovely. Now coming to the front of the mat, we are going to crack on with our sun salutation A. So you want the feet to be no wider than hip width apart. We are pulling up through the thighs, tucking tailbone under, engaging the core. Shoulders roll back, arms by the sides, and chin parallel with the floor. Inhale, bringing the arms up over the head, palms meet in the middle. Exhale, turning the palms outwards and coming all the way down to a forward fold. Bend the knees here if you need to. Inhale, looking forward, straight spine. Exhale, plant the hands and then stepping back to a high plank position. If it's in your practice to do a full chaturanga, then go ahead. If you are new to yoga, exhale, we're going to lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, bringing it through up to an upward dog. Exhale, rolling over the toes and pushing back to our first downward dog. So making sure the fingers are spread. And we're pushing down through the heels, shoulders away from the neck, lots of space around the neck. Maybe give the head a shake from side to side, walking through the feet. Lovely. Nice straight back. You can bend your knees here as much as you need to. Inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, stepping up to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, straight spine. Exhale, back down to a forward fold. Then inhale, rolling all the way up. Bringing the arms up over the head. And exhale, back to standing. We're going to go again. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming down to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down. Stepping back to plank. Exhaling, lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, come through to an upward dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog, holding here for 5 breaths. Breathing in and out through the nose. Stretching the fingers, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, coming to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, coming all the way up, bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, back to standing. Okay, keeping the feet hip width apart, we're going to take the hands onto the hips. Inhale, looking up, lifting the chest. Exhale, starting to tip at the hips, coming down to a forward fold. Then we're going to take the first 2 fingers and the thumb and wrap them around the big toe. So bend the knees here as much as you need to. It's better to have a straight back and bent knees than straight legs and a curved back. Inhale, looking forward, straight spine. Exhale, taking the elbows out to the side and taking the gaze between the legs. Holding here for 5 breaths. Okay, next inhale, looking forwards, releasing the fingers from around the big toe, taking the hands back onto the hips. Exhale, rolling all the way back up to standing. Okay, stepping the left foot back about 2 paces. We're going to turn the left foot outwards and keep the right foot facing the wall. Inhale, bringing the arms up to shoulder height. Begin to reach over to the right hand side and then Exhale, taking the right hand down towards the right ankle. If you feel comfortable and stable in this position, taking the gaze up to the left hand. Feel a nice stretch in the side body. Inhale, looking down towards the right foot. Exhale, coming up to standing. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Reaching over towards the left side and then exhale. Down towards the left ankle. Taking the gaze up to the right hand. Nice and straight in the body. Straight arms. Inhale, looking down to the left foot. Exhale, coming back up to standing and pivoting on the feet to come standing at the top of the mat. Now stepping the left foot back about 3 paces this time, turning the left foot out and keeping the right foot facing towards the wall. Inhale, bring the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, bending into the right knee. We're taking the right forearm on top of the thigh. Left arm comes up, overhead, taking the gaze in towards the left elbow. Engage the core and keep pushing down through the outside of the left foot. Inhale, looking down towards the right ankle. Exhale, coming up, straightening the right leg. Turn the right foot in, left foot out, going on the other side. Exhale, bending into the left knee. Left forearm comes onto the thigh. Right arm coming up overhead. And keep breathing. Inhale, looking down to the left foot. Exhale, bringing the arms up to shoulder height, straightening the left leg. Pivoting on the feet and stepping to the front of the mat. Now stepping the right foot back about 2 paces. Again, maybe 3 paces. I'm going to give you 2 options here. Option A, taking the right knee onto the ground, bringing the hands into prayer position in front of the heart center. Option A, twisting it in towards the left thigh, hooking the elbow on the outside of the thigh and staying here for option A. Option B is to lift the knee. Okay, and then gently everybody's going to place the knee onto the ground, bringing the body back into neutral, and we're going to pivot, so bringing the left knee down and stepping the right foot up. Hands are still in prayer position in front of the heart center, tucking the toes of the left foot. Inhale, twisting in towards the left thigh, hooking the elbow on the outside of the leg. Option A, to stay here with the knee on the ground. Option B, extending the back leg. Inhale, looking down to the ground, taking the knee back onto the ground, hands coming back to neutral, pivoting once again onto the knees. I'm going to frame the front foot, the left foot, and step the right foot in, coming into a forward fold, and gently rolling all the way back up to standing. Okay, now standing down through the left leg, we're going to pick up the right foot. There's a few options here. You can choose to put the foot on the inside of the left ankle, on the left shin, or on the inside of the thigh, depending on your ability, where you feel comfortable. We're going to take hands into prayer position, and on the inhale, reaching up, making sure the shoulders are staying down. You don't want them up here around the ears. You want the shoulder blades pushing down the back. And find something to stare at to keep your balance. Just hold another breath. Inhale and exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the leg. Going on the other side, so grounding down through the right foot this time. Options for the ankle, the shin, or the inside of the thigh. Hands into prayer position. Inhale, reaching up. Take one more inhale and exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the leg. And then we're going to come back to standing at the top of the mat. So sun salutations, C to take us through to our seated postures. Inhale, bringing the arms up, overhead. Exhale, coming down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back to high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, coming through to upward dog. Rolling over the toes. Exhale, pushing back to downward dog, but we're not going to stay here. So inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, step into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down, bending the knees. Inhale, swinging the arms up by the ears, making sure that the shoulders are pushing down the back. Core engaged, and we're trying to squat as low as we can. Just holding here for a few more breaths. Big inhale, and then exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back to high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog, but we're not going to stay here again. We're going to pick up the right foot and step it through in between the hands. Find your balance. Inhale, starting to come all the way up, bringing the arms up to warrior one. So a quick posture check here. Arms are nice and straight. Shoulders pushing down the back, engaging the core, bending into the right leg. We want to make sure the hips are square and that we're not leaning too far forwards or too far back into the right leg. We're engaging the straight leg, the left leg, and you can either have your heel off the ground or at a slight angle. Next, inhale, we're going to straighten that right leg. Pivot on the feet, keeping the arms where they are. Exhale, bending into the left leg, so warrior one on the left hand side. The next inhale, we're going to open up the body to the side, placing the back of the right foot onto the mat, bringing arms down to shoulder height. Still bending into the left leg and taking the gaze over the middle finger on the left hand. This is our warrior two. Okay, inhale, straighten that left leg, turn the left foot in, turn the right foot out, exhale, bending into the right leg, warrior two on the right hand side. Inhale, start to straighten that right leg. Exhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands down to the mat, framing that front foot and stepping back to high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, and then we're going to come through to seated position on the mat. You're going to take the legs out straight in front, keeping the toes pointing up towards the ceiling, making sure that we're right on top of the sitting bones. Nice and tall through the spine. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming forward, taking the first two fingers and the thumb and locking them around the big toes. Now bend the knees here as much as you need to. Once again, it's better to have bent knees and a straight back than straight legs and a curved back. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, releasing the grip from around the toes. We're going to take the hands behind the sitting bones, okay? Two options here. Option A will be bent legs, so stepping the feet in a few paces, and then we're going to lift the hips and drop the head back. That is option A. Option B is to keep with straight legs, lift the hips, let the feet connect with the ground, and drop the head. And we're holding here for a few more breaths. Really pushing up the hips, opening the chest, and exhale. Release. We'll move through our first vinyasa. So cross the legs, lift, and coming over, planting the hands, stepping back to that high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, and coming back through to a seated position. We're going to take the left leg out straight and taking the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming forwards, and we're trying to grab the left foot. If that's too far, then just come back to wherever is comfortable for you without losing the posture. If you can grab the foot, that is great. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Okay, inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, releasing the foot, swapping over the legs. So now we're straightening the right leg, the left sole coming to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching forwards for that right foot. Keeping a nice straight spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, release the foot, and then crossing the legs, moving through our vinyasa, coming over to high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Down. Inhale, looking forwards, bend the knees, and coming through to seated. Moving on to our binding postures, so extending the left leg and stepping the right foot just to the inside of the left thigh. We're going to twist the body in towards the right thigh. Use the right hand to support you, to keep you upright. Taking the gaze over the right shoulder. We're going to inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, placing the elbow just on the outside of the knee. So making a nice twist. Keep the left leg engaged, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And keep breathing deep belly breaths, creating space with the breath. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, release. And now swapping the legs over, so we're extending the right leg, stepping the left foot to about the inside of the right thigh, twisting the body in towards the left thigh, left hand placed just behind. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, place it on the outside of the left knee. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, release. And then crossing the legs, coming over to our high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, looking forwards, bending the knees, and coming through to seated. Now we're going to move on to do a little bit of ab work. So come right on top of the sitting bones. There's going to be two options here. We're going to have our arms out straight like this. Option A, we're going to lift the feet off the ground and keep the legs bent. Option B, straighten the legs, but we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Have a little breather. And we're going to go again 2 more times. Extending the arms, lifting the legs, and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Last time. Arms and legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lovely. Crossing the legs, lifting up, coming over to high plank. Exhale, knees, chest. Inhale, up. Okay, inhale, looking towards the hands, bend the knees, and we're going to step the feet up to the top of the mat, coming into a deep squat. So thighs are being pushed back by the elbows. Take hands into prayer position in front of the heart center. If you're a seasoned yogi and would like to do an arm balance here, go ahead. Okay, and release the hands from prayer position. We're going to begin to straighten the legs and then just toe heel them into a forward fold. Inhale, looking forwards. Plant the hands. Exhale. Back to plank. Lower the knees. Lower the chest. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Inhale, bending the knees and coming through back to seated position on the mat. And we're going to take the soles of the feet together. We're taking hold of the ankles. Inhale, lift the chest, looking upwards. Exhale, we're going to tuck the chin into the chest and aiming to get the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, really rounding through the back. Feeling a nice stretch in the hips, in the groin. Take a big inhale and then exhale, starting to come back up straight. Inhale, lift the chest, looking up. Exhale, coming forwards, but this time keeping the back straight. Taking the gaze just in front of the feet. Inhale, and then exhale, coming back up. Okay, then moving through our last vinyasa, crossing the ankles, lifting up, stepping back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bending the knees, looking towards the hands, coming through to seated. Plant the feet on the ground and we are going to roll, connecting the spine with the mat. 2 options here. If it is in your practice to do a full wheel, we are moving through our bridge pose. If you are newer to yoga, roll the shoulders underneath the body, really squeeze them back. And then we're going to lift the hips, interlock the fingers, really pushing up through the hips, opening the chest, and making sure that the knees aren't going out to the sides, making sure the knees are still squeezing in towards each other. And then it's just gently unclasping the hands and rolling the spine back onto the mat, taking the shoulder blades back from underneath the body. And we're going to move through to our shoulder stand pose. If you are not comfortable doing the shoulder stand, have the arms out straight, and we're just going to take the legs straight up into the air like this. If you are comfortable doing the shoulder stand, once again rolling the shoulders underneath the body, use the hands to support the lower back, and you're going to take up one leg and then the other, and then we're going to straighten up. So keeping the head still, all the weight should be going down through the shoulders and the elbows. And we're going to gently bend the knees, bringing them in towards the chest, releasing the hands from the lower back, and then slowly begin to roll out of the position, reconnecting the spine with the mat, feet coming onto the ground. We're going to roll onto the right hand side of the body and use the hands to walk the body back up to a seated position, and we will meet in a cross-legged position. We're going to take the hands, fingers pointing towards the body, just behind the hips, opening the shoulders, and let the head drop back. Coming back to neutral, and now taking the hands out in front and letting the forehead reach for the ground. Coming back up to a neutral position, and we're going to begin to prepare for our Shavasana. So you're just going to lay down straight onto the mat, keeping the legs straight, or if you want to keep the knees touching each other and the feet are on the outsides of the mat. So you can be like this, or have the legs straight. If you want to go and grab any blankets, any socks, turn the lights out, get comfortable, and we're going to close down the eyes. Breathing gently in and out through the nose, allowing the body to relax completely. Feeling the body go heavy against the mat, the connection of the spine, the back of the thighs against the mat. And start to feel a wave of relaxation that comes up through the body, starting with the soles of the feet, working its way up through the ankles, the legs, and the pelvis, relaxing the whole lower body. Comes up through the stomach and chest, down the spine, goes down the arms, the wrists, the palms and the fingers, goes up the back of the neck, the back of the head, the crown of the head, and it washes down the face, relaxing the eyes, the ears, the mouth and the jaw, leaving you in a state of complete relaxation. Just keep breathing gently. In and out through the nose. And in your own time, bringing the arms up over the head, stretching out the body. Give yourself a good stretch out. And moving on to the right hand side of the body, keeping the eyes closed and using the hands to bring you up to a seated position. Welcome cross-legged on the mat. Hands into prayer position in front of the heart center. Closing down the eyes. Bowing our heads, we say Namaste. Thanks for joining the class today. Remember, follow the link that's on screen now if you'd like to donate. My name is Amelia. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I am at Ocean Dreams Yoga.